Hello, hello, I'm Matthias. So I would like to invite you to my newest courses and webinars that we are launching for October and November in the Future Media Academy platform. Let me just show you a few of them. Let's just go to the website a little bit. We have the course, of course, the long 5 lessons, 15-hour, 3-hour each lesson course with all the topics, all the materials, all the techniques, all the tips and tricks. Yeah, this one has everything, has the from beginners, from the very scratch to most of the most advanced techniques with granular wavetable synthesis, reactor, mastering, mixdown, all those things. Also, there is the webinars. We put this new one, the topography of sightless music with Megalopsy and Frantic Noise. This is a 3-hour webinar that we will talk about the creation of this legendary track called El Foie. This track we made with Arsec a few years ago and it was very popular, and I think many of you guys would like to see how these sounds were made. The other webinar is going to be about music theory. This is for the people that would like to add that dimension to their music, that think they are lacking a little bit of theory, harmony and rhythm. This is exactly that. This is a 3-hour course based only on chords, scales, modes, progression, intervals, some of the tools I use like MIDI effects and Cthulhu, and we can take a look at some of the melodies from my tracks. Also some techniques on how to process voices without a tune. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. I hope I see you there. Now I will leave you with the video tutorial for today. I hope you guys like it. Boom. For this sound, I want to make a sound that is not a lead, it's more like an effect. I'm gonna put all the multipliers in the middle, like 20 somethings, 30 somethings, high 20s, low 30s. And then I'm gonna add a bunch of LFOs, 3 at least. Because I wanna modulate the pitch of these 3 oscillators, and then I have the LFO itself. So I can modulate, for example, A, but with this one I'm gonna modulate B, with this one I'm gonna modulate C, with this one I'm gonna modulate. And I'm gonna do it, for example, a triangle down, triangle up, let's say 4 bars. This one I'm gonna have a triangle. And then for the official, the original LFO, we're gonna do synced also, and slow as well. So this should give us a sound that is a kind of shifter or downlifter, uplifter, whatever you wanna call that, but not your typical one because it's gonna be with FM synthesis, with frequency modulation. In this octave, it doesn't behave greatly, but if we go up, all the octaves will change drastically how the sound behaves, going from very clean and non and like kind of shy to really aggressive and distorted in the low frequencies. Let's do one of these, maybe this one with an automation, so we don't have such, but so it's not so predictable basically, because otherwise it's very, very similar always. It's a sound that is very invasive in all the frequencies, so it's better to have it compressed and equalized. It has like a radio station tuning effect to it as well. That is something I like on this sound in particular with FM. So this is an example and an exercise to see a different FM sound, a sound that is not the typical lead all the time, but also a sound that involves the use of 4 LFOs instead of 1, and the use of Max for Live. Max for Live is great, and it's my next topic for today's class. Let's do some more FM anyways, because I want to make sure that this topic is understood. Let's go do one FM8 and one Serum, one Massive maybe. So the idea of the class is also that you can go ahead and understand any synthesizer, a Virus TI, a very expensive Euro rack, blah blah blah, or any software synthesizer. Not only the synthesizer, but also the presets themselves. Knowing synthesis allows you to, for example, grab a sound like this that I like and I see potential on the sound, but at the same time it's garbage. So this is a good example of, yeah, if I know what I'm doing and I know, okay, this oscillator is doing FM with this one is coming alone, Let's try turning this one off. Yeah, this one is doing like the normal notes on the layer. Now I have that is only the FM part, and this is the noise oscillator. I can take it out also, so we don't have that noisy part that is annoying as well. So if you know that, if you know the synthesizer a little bit, you can do those things. You can cancel layers, certain layers of the sound that you don't like and find annoying. Also, in terms of the oscillators themselves, you can do, for example, I don't know, this sound has very fast envelopes, so I can do them envelopes a little bit longer. That is a better sound, no? That from whatever we had before. If you want to create that, let's do a sound from scratch in FM7, FM8. So you have the operators 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to turn them on. You have the noise oscillator also. Some people like to use this. You have the filter. If you route things through the filter, you get this combo of 1, 2 filters into one, no? Because you have this curve, but you can combine it with another one. I can have a double filter. Then the oscillators can be combined like so. You kind of select the grid cell that connects these two guys, and you pull up from there, and that will create a connection. You can see all the oscillators here in the matrix of oscillators, these operators. So you can fine tune them. You can change the shape of them. You also have algorithms pre-made, no? For example, one carrier 5 modular. The first one is the most popular one, and it's also the one you find in operator by default. It's the one that has the most modulators and watches one carrier, which is your typical FM lead sound. When you have more FM, you have more noise, you have more of the texture that you want. You can change the shape. I like this general view. I wish operator had like a general view like this, where you can change things from all the 4 oscillators at the same time. You can double click and type in 0.5, and you get to the quartz or multiplier that you want. Fine tune or the offset is what makes these little oscillations, which are nice, I think. Okay, that's the FM8. I'm gonna bounce it just in case many people is not gonna have that version, that BST itself. So I'm gonna leave it at that in a frozen state like Walt Disney, and then we will see if whoever is really interested in this synthesizer will, I guess, get it and install it, and so on and so forth. Other than that, I'm gonna do a couple of sounds with of some FM sounds with Serum and with Massive, and so we kind of see, because wavetable synthesis sounds a bit different than FM synthesis with normal basic shapes. So let's do one with Massive. We're gonna set envelope 4 to max level like we are used to, because this is not the normal, your most powerful envelope. And we're gonna select, we're gonna switch off these oscillators. We're gonna use only oscillator 1 with modulating oscillator in phase distortion mode, which is the fancy name for FM synthesis when you're doing FM with wavetable. So phase, and the amount of phase is the amount of FM, and the tuning of the modulation oscillator itself. You can jump octaves by holding Alt, and going up or down, you can just use multiples of 12, so you don't have to suffer too much. So as you can hear in this sound, if we don't hit this reset phases by gate, this function that I was pointing out just now, this restart via gate option here, this will make your phases for your oscillators, this oscillator in particular, be always restarted whenever you send a note in. So that will ensure that your sound is always the same or has the same phase. Right, you can tell the difference. But if I do this, always the same. Okay, let's see what else can we do with the sound. There is the bend mode maybe. This Massive, the bending is not very visual because you don't have the little artifacts that you have in Serum, no? That allows you to see what's happening with the wave. But we're using the bend mode basically as to bend our shape a little bit to make it more, to have a different color basically. In this case, it's basically this what we're doing now. But in Massive, it's kind of primitive. You cannot see what you're doing. You just have to know. So FM in Serum is similar, not a FM synthesizer per se. It's a wavetable synthesizer, but it has really good FM sounds. And already, as you can see, for example, this crash wavetable, it's a wavetable with some FM already. So if you start by a sound source like this one with FM already, it's very likely that your FM is going to be better, no? Because you have this, and then you send this already FM signal to another oscillator made with some FM. So yeah, you can move those things to create more FM, because this sound, the more you go to this side, it has more FM. So if you grab one parameter to move all this, I'm just gonna type in a few notes for this.